feel like the season's restarting?
No.
No?
No. I think our bye weeks are kind of a little tough just because we have camp practices. So it's not really like we have a complete week off. So it doesn't feel like season restarting.
So kind of talked about with those bye weeks, you have to approach with the right mindset. Some players do, some players don't.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it comes to the younger ones. Did you see some of them adjusting the right way, and then were there others you had to kind of push along a little bit more?
Yeah, I feel like during the bye weeks it's always kind of tough for everybody, just because we don't really have a game to prepare for, and there's nothing to kind of look forward to on the weekend. So I think it can be tough sometimes, kind of getting everybody going. But once everybody does get going, I feel like it goes well, and it's just like a regular week for us.
How would you assess yourself through 5 games?
Huh?
How would you assess yourself through
5 through 5? I think I did all right, but I still think it's a lot of things that I can do, and there's a lot of things that I will do. So I think it's going to be a major improvement, and I'm kind of like ready and excited to get this game going, because I think it's going to be a lot of improvement from those first 5 to these next few games we got.
What are some of the things you're working on?
Everything from top to bottom. I feel like there's a lot of my game that I haven't shown that I will show. So as long as I get the opportunity to do that, that's what I'm gonna do.
What do you remember about Kellen Moore, quarterback?
He's a good QB. He can throw, he can scramble, he can make plays on his feet, he can extend the plays. And I've always thought he was a good QB. I watched his other games. He has his moments where he might struggle a little bit, but I think every QB has those moments where they struggle. But I feel like with him, he always plays well, and he never is afraid to not throw the ball. He'll keep throwing it no matter if he's having a bad day or a good one. So we definitely respect him, and we know what he can do.
What lessons did you learn from Plumlee 2 weeks ago that you can apply to Mom in terms of his ability?
Oh yeah, he was nice. I thought he was really good. I wasn't really expecting him to be what he was and how he played, just because he was younger and I hadn't really seen too much on him. But he's gonna be the truth in a couple of years, or really in the year or so. He still got. There's still a lot of things he got to improve on, but I thought he did. He was really good.
How does a mobile quarterback affect your thought process when you're deep playing coverage?
It kind of, as DBs, we know if we're playing a guy that can run, we might have to be in coverage for a little longer. We might have to be on our mans for a little longer. So it's kind of more of a, having that stamina to keep going and finishing on the play.
How's your thumb?
It's better. Yeah, it's better.
Can you tell us what happened?
Just got a little banged up, but it was nothing where I couldn't play. So of course I played through that.
Nick was obviously after the Ole Miss game. Nick was really critical of the perimeter tackling, especially from the secondary. It sounded like something the team focused on this last week. You're one of the best tacklers on the team, obviously leading them right now. Is there a key to kind of tackling in space and perimeter, containing a quarterback that is mobile and can move around?
Well, I think tackling, a lot of people don't realize it's kind of one of the hardest things to do, especially open field tackling, especially with the people that we play, the opponents that we go against. So I feel like for me, I kind of pride myself on tackling. I think my freshman year I missed like a lot of tackles, and I remember getting yelled at by Coach Xavier a lot. So every practice I kind of like, think about that moment and like, okay, let me make sure I make this tackle so he doesn't yell at me. So I pride myself on that, and I like being a good tackler because it's good to be a good tackler. But I feel like during the bye we worked on that a lot. I feel like we got better on open field tackling. So you should see a big improvement this week.
You ever hear Nick's voice during the game? Kind of back.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Is it
have.
scary?
Yeah. Not scary. I wouldn't say scary, but it's one of them things where it's like, man, you don't want them to yell at you, so you know, you try to avoid that as much as possible.
Turnovers have been such a big part of this series the last 5 to 6 years. What do you remember about turnovers in the past and how important they've been in the end games against A&M?
Well, we try to get turnovers in every game. You know, turnovers is what gets you paid for real. Playing on defense, so we try to get as many of those as possible. Whether it's interceptions, fumbles, whatever it is. So we always want to get the ball back. You know, for our offense, because you know, our offense is great. So we try to get it in their hands as much as we can.
I remember after the Orange Bowl last year, you had talked about how some of the stuff they did, especially with Kyler as great of a player as he is, you kind of got stuck between run reads and pass reads, right? How can you kind of combat that?
To what?
Like getting stuck between the run reads and the pass reads. Is there?
It's difficult sometimes. It just depends on who you're playing and what they can do. You know, it's especially difficult when you got a guy that can throw and run the ball. So sometimes it can be a little difficult, but you know, I just try to find ways to get them to do either one or the other instead of giving them the choice to do both. So
If you know a quarterback's on the run, do you have to fight an instinct to stay with your man? And
yeah, you do. Because if you don't, then your guy end up being open. They probably pass it to him. They might score a touchdown or something. So that's what you don't want. So it is a little hard sometimes when you know he possibly could run at any moment. So that's just something that you got to be, you know, you got to be disciplined and kind of stay on your man.
You played special teams your freshman year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see, like, having that eye for special teams, having played it, do you see anything out of A&M special teams? They've been pretty good the last couple of years.
Man, they good all the time. Their special teams is like ridiculous. Especially, I remember my freshman year when we played at A&M. I don't know his name. I don't even know if he's still there, but he was number 12 then. He had the long hair. I thought that dude was like crazy good. Like that was the best special teams player I've seen in a long time. So, no, that's. I think they pride themselves on special teams, and I think they do a really good job of executing on special teams.
You obviously play in the money spot. You play around the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Raekwon. What's the key to kind of containing a quarterback and not allowing them to escape when you're trying to provide pressure? Like, you know, when you're in dime and you're in at the money. What's the key there?
I think a lot of the times, like if you think you can make the play, I think you should do it. I don't think, you know, like you should hesitate, because if you hesitate, that's a lot of times that's when they do get out of the pocket and start to run. So I feel like that's a huge key to it. Or if you don't feel like you can make the play, then do your job. And if you do your job, then everything should be pretty successful.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.